You've been told Social Security will be there for you in retirement. But are you prepared to lose 21% of your retirement savings? Stay tuned as we bring you the facts about the looming Social Security crisis that threatens to upend millions of lives. Social Security isn't just another government program. It's a lifeline for millions of Americans. As of 2024, the average monthly Social Security benefit is $1,907. That's about $22,884 a year. For many retirees, this isn't just extra cash, it's their primary source of income. However, the Nonpartisan Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, or CRFB, has released a report that's setting off alarm bells. They found that Social Security is currently paying out more in benefits than it's receiving in payroll taxes. This imbalance is rapidly depleting the reserves in what's called the Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund. Think of it as Social Security's savings account, and it's being drained at an alarming rate. The most pressing concern is that the CRFB projects that this trust fund will run completely dry in the fourth quarter of 2033. That's less than a decade away. To put that in perspective, if you're 58 years old now, you'll be hitting the typical retirement age right when this fund is expected to go bust. The next logical question is, what's being done to address this impending crisis? Given the urgency of this situation, one would expect our political leaders to be actively addressing this issue. However, the reality is quite different. The two leading contenders in this year's presidential election, Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump, have both stated they'll protect Social Security from benefit cuts. While this sounds reassuring, there's a crucial detail missing. Neither candidate has proposed a concrete plan to reform the program before the trust fund runs out. They are just acknowledging the problem without proposing a solution. In fact, Trump's plan to end the taxation of Social Security benefits could potentially exacerbate the situation. The CRFB estimates this would accelerate the insolvency date of the trust fund by more than a year, to early 2032. This approach could hasten the onset of the crisis rather than averting it. So what happens if no changes are made? Well, the consequences are severe. By law, when the trust fund is depleted, Social Security can only pay out benefits equal to what it receives in payroll taxes. In practical terms, this means an automatic, across-the-board 21% cut to all Social Security benefits starting in late 2033. This 21% cut is just the beginning. If no action is taken, the CRFB projects that this cut could grow to 31% by 2098. Let's really break down what this means. For a typical dual-income couple retiring when the trust fund runs out, the annual benefits would be reduced by $16,500. A typical single-income couple is looking at a $12,400 cut. Even low-income couples aren't spared. They could see a $10,000 benefit cut. And high-income couples are facing a potential $21,800 reduction. Remember that average monthly benefit of $1,907 we mentioned earlier? With a 21% cut, that drops to $1,507. That's $400 less per month, or $4,800 less per year. That's someone's grocery budget for the month. If they lost that much, people couldn't pay their rent, and some would have to choose between medication and food. These aren't just numbers on a page. These cuts represent real hardships for people, potentially affecting you, your parents, or your grandparents. The impact of these cuts extends beyond individual retirees. A reduction this drastic to Social Security benefits would send shockwaves through the entire economy. Millions of retirees would have less money to spend, reducing cash flow to local businesses. Reduced consumer spending could slow economic growth. There could be increased reliance on other forms of government assistance. We might see potential housing instability as retirees struggle to make mortgage or rent payments. For younger generations in their 20s, 30s, or 40s, the effects are equally concerning. If your parents or grandparents face these cuts, they might need to rely on you for financial support. This could impact your ability to save for your own retirement, buy a home, or invest in your children's education. So how did we get here? To understand our current predicament, let's take a brief look at the history of Social Security. The program was created in 1935 as part of President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal. The concept was straightforward. Workers paid into the system during their working years and then received benefits in retirement. This system functioned well for decades. However, several factors have put increasing strain on Social Security. 1. Demographic shifts. As the baby boomer generation retires, there are fewer workers paying into the system for each retiree drawing benefits. 2. Increasing life expectancy. People are living longer, which means they're collecting benefits for more years. 3. Wage stagnation. Social Security is funded by payroll taxes. When wages don't keep up with inflation, it means less money flowing into the system. 4. Political gridlock. Despite awareness of these challenges for years, Congress has failed to implement comprehensive reforms. While the situation is dire, it's not without potential solutions. Economists and policy experts have proposed several approaches. 1. Increase the payroll tax rate. This would mean workers and employers paying more into the system. 2. Raise or eliminate the payroll tax cap. Currently, earnings above $160,200 as of 2023 aren't subject to Social Security taxes. Removing this cap would increase revenue. 3. Gradually increase the full retirement age. This would reduce the number of years people collect benefits. 4. Adjust the benefit formula. This could mean smaller increases in benefits over time. Each of these options comes with its own set of advantages and disadvantages, and any comprehensive solution will likely involve a combination of approaches. Maya McGuinness, the president of the CRFB, offers a stark assessment stating that both major party candidates for the presidency having no meaningful plan to save Social Security from insolvency is an egregious example of fiscal irresponsibility. She emphasizes, saying the word protect is not enough. Both today's seniors and tomorrow's future retirees deserve to know specifically what will be done to prevent these cuts from happening. Her point is clear. The longer we wait to address this issue, the more drastic and painful the eventual solutions will need to be. In the face of this looming crisis, there are several steps we as individuals can take. 1. Stay informed. Keep up with news and reports about Social Security. Understanding the issue is the first step in addressing it. 2. Plan for your future. While we hope for a solution, it's wise to prepare for the possibility of reduced benefits. This might mean increasing your personal savings or exploring other retirement options. 3. Participate in the conversation. Share what you've learned with friends and family. The more people understand the urgency of this issue, the more pressure there will be for action. 4. Vote. Support candidates who have concrete, viable plans to address the Social Security crisis. The Social Security crisis isn't a distant problem we can afford to ignore. It's an imminent issue set to impact millions of Americans across all age groups and income levels in less than a decade. However, there's still time to act. With informed citizens pushing for change and leaders willing to make tough decisions, we can ensure that Social Security remains a stable support for generations to come. Social Security isn't just a government program, it's a promise. A promise that if you work hard and pay into the system, you'll have a basic level of financial security in your golden years. It's up to all of us to make sure that promise is kept. Thank you for giving me your time and attention to this complex but crucial topic. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on issues that matter to all of us. Remember, stay informed, stay engaged, and let's work together to secure our financial futures.